Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Polygyny. I'm Ray.
I'm Prince.
And on this channel we discuss polygyny and relationships in general. In today's video we're going to be discussing the misconceptions of polygyny. If you haven't looked at our last video, I'll link it in the cards up here. It just explains what polygyny and polygamy are in general. If you need some background information, you can head back to that video.
Okay, so the first misconception is people think that it's just a whole bunch of sex all the time and it's one big orgy. Is it one big orgy?
No.
Is it sex all the time?
No.
Oh my goodness. So to clarify that first misconception, it is not one big orgy. My wife is not bisexual, so she does not sleep with our sister wife.
Right.
We do not have sex all the time. When it was just me and my wife, we didn't have sex all the time. You know, we're married, we are grown, we
have multiple children to take care of.
Yeah, multiple children to take care of. We have multiple businesses and, you know, just life in general. So, no, we do not have sex all the time. In fact, bringing another person in can further take away, in a sense, away from, you know, you got a whole lot going on. You know, our sister wife may have a job or may not, but, you know, everyone, life happens, you know, and no one's sitting around having sex all day, every day. And so that's a major misconception. Misconception number 2, they think that you have to be rich to be in this lifestyle. Dude, am I rich?
No.
Are you?
No. No, not even close.
Not even close,
right?
So, it's no different than any other relationship. Like, maybe some of you are in a relationship with someone that's rich, but I'm pretty sure most of you are not. So no, you know, I don't want to get too deep into it because this will be a whole nother video, but a lot of you are in polygynous relationships, whether you know it or not. And whoever is out there causing you to be in this relationship, you know, they may be doing things behind your back, and I'm pretty sure they are not rich. And you don't have to be rich to date multiple people. You don't have to be rich to marry multiple people.
And I think that, so I think a lot of people forget that in regular relationships and regular marriages, you take care of each other when, you know, things are down, or you come together and you help each other out. For instance, maybe the wife is an attorney, she might work all day, and then the husband might take care of the children at home, or they both might work and the kids go to daycare. You know, it depends on what works for you and what's best for your family. So no, you don't have to be rich. You just have to come together and be willing to, you know, be a strong family and help each other out. Okay. That's my take on the misconception, because whether or not we make it happen. So. And
that's it. You know, that's the bottom line. You know, you do not have to be rich to date or to marry anyone.
Yeah.
You know, and really the more the merrier.
Right. The more hands on deck, you know.
The third misconception is that the women that allow their husband to have multiple spouses, they have to be weak or they have low self-esteem. Is that the case?
No, I don't think so at all. I think that misconception comes in because nobody really knows why a woman would allow her husband to have multiple wives. And that we can discuss that in a later video, why I've chosen for that to be the lifestyle that I want to live. But I think that in order for polygyny to work and work well, you have to be a strong woman, because as women, we're emotional and we go off on our emotions a lot. We make emotional decisions, and in this relationship you can't do it because it's just simply not going to work. So no, there's no low self-esteem. There's no weakness. Like I said, you have no choice but to be strong. So, and
I would like to say that a woman that allows their husband to have multiple wives has to be very strong. Yeah. It takes a lot. There's a lot of work that has to be done within yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of work that a lot of people don't want to do, you know.
Yeah. And
some people would like to live the fairy tale lifestyle, you know, that your husband only has eyes for you, and
it sounds good, and when men say it, you know, they make it look good too, but
Yeah, but it definitely requires a lot of work from everyone involved. So I would say that it requires a lot of work from everyone involved, you know, not just the second wife, but also, you know, the first wife. You know, she has to, first of all, be consenting and willing to put in the work. And the second wife coming in, she would have to also be willing to put in work, because it requires a lot of work on everyone. There's a lot of work for a man as well. So a lot of people feel like in this relationship that the man is just kicked back with his feet up and having fun, and he gets to sleep around and do this and do that. And that's not what this is at all. But yeah, definitely. And I personally see a change in my wife, you know, a big change in my wife. And I kind of think it's sexy. To me, it's sexy, you know, just to see the work that she's put in and the confidence that she has. Yeah. You know, she walks up with her head held high. And, you know, you definitely have to be a woman of strong character. Yeah. To be able to live this lifestyle. Is definitely not for the weak, and that's not just women. It's not for weak men either. Definitely not for weak men. Right. And that's what kind of gives this lifestyle a bad name, and everyone is not even willing to even sit down and listen. They're like, oh, there's no way, and men are dogs, and those women are stupid, and they're weak, and they're so. There's nothing like that at all. There's a lot of work that has to be done on you know, and people don't want to do the work in a regular relationship. In a regular marriage, they split up when their person's wearing the wrong color shoes. So, right, you know, they definitely don't want to do the work when it comes to this type of relationship, because it's a whole nother level. Yeah, and if you have issues in a monogamous relationship and you can't hold that down and handle that, yeah, there ain't no way this is not going to help. Right. So, you know, it's not for everybody. But I definitely appreciate the women that do choose to do it, yeah, and the men that choose to do it the right way to make things easier on everyone involved. And that goes into the next misconception, which is that this relationship is impossible. Yes, that's the fourth misconception, that it's impossible. There's no way it could work. There's no way two women could get along and work in harmony, and you know, and there's no jealousy. Are there jealousies? Absolutely. Yep. And there's no way around it. It just requires work. But because there is a jealousy doesn't mean that you have to act out of character. And I think that whatever, and this goes for anything, not just polygyny, if you say you can't, then you can't. If you say you can, then you can. It's all about your perception and your perspective on how you feel about it. So you have to come into it with a positive, open mindset and know that everything is not going to be peaches, because if you go into a monogamous relationship, you know everything is not going to be peaches and cream. Right. So in this relationship, it's definitely not that. But if you put in the work and you have a positive mindset and you choose to look at the positive, a relationship like this can work. Definitely. And like I said, it requires work from everyone involved. Yeah. You know, there's certain things that a man cannot or should not be doing. Right. And there's things that women should not be doing as well. And, you know, we'll talk more about it in videos to come, but there's certain things that I feel men can do to make it a little easier. Mm-hmm. And women too. But I feel like if you go into anything, I don't care what it is, if it's your job, if you go into something with a negative and a bad mindset, yeah, you're gonna see negative and bad in it, you know? That doesn't mean that if you go into it with a positive mindset that everything is gonna be perfect. But what I've noticed is a lot of, before you get into this relationship, a lot of work already has to be done, right? So if you see red flags in your partner, if you're a woman and you see red flags in your partner, you know, it's just you and him. That's a red flag. Right. Do not do this relationship with him, because he's going to screw it up. He's going to. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you don't know your partner that well, you've been with him for 3 months, 6 months, or a year, whatever the case may be, that, you know, I don't know. There's probably people where they've been together less time and it worked out. Right. From what I see in my experiences, I would say that give yourself enough time in a monogamous relationship first to see if this
to just get to know each other.
Yeah, you have to get a chance to know each other and see that person in multiple settings, under pressure. Like, is he a good? Because 9 times out of 10, I feel like if you have a good man already, and he treats you like a queen, and you decide that you do want to get into this relationship, he's gonna 9 times out of 10 be good in this relationship.
Right.
And it's just, to me, it boils down to that. But I don't think it's impossible at all. In fact, I've seen quite a few people live this, this lifestyle for way more years than we've even been married. We've been together for 8 years.
Right.
Been together for 8, married for 3.
Yeah.
And, there's people that have been doing this for 15, 20 years.
And that's the problem. They're all in secret. So you don't get to really see the dynamics of their relationship or how they make it work. So again, that's why we started a channel like this, because we want to be able to find these different people so we can uplift, support, and encourage one another, because this is just like any other thing that you go through. You want to have some type of support. So those are the misconceptions that we discussed in this video. If you guys have any other misconceptions or any other questions, you can leave them in the comments. We're gonna leave our email in the description box. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And that will complete this video. You have anything else to say?
I don't have anything else to say. That's it.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.